Welcome back to the channel, everyone. If you've got a gravel bike and you want to start taking it on road rides, one thing a lot of people do is they have two separate wheel sets. One with gravel tires and then another wheel set with road tires on it. Well, a lot of people run into an issue when they start to swap wheels back and forth, and that is the disc brake calipers. They don't always line up between different hubs. The rotors sometimes rub on each side of the disc brakes. So today I'm going to show you guys a hack that I've come up with on how to adjust the position of the rotor so that you don't have to adjust your brake calipers every time you swap wheels. There are some shim kits that you can buy to space the rotor out, but I mean, if I can come up with something that's free, I think that's a win. So I will show you guys my idea, and then we'll get it installed on this wheel and see if we can swap the wheels without having to adjust the disc brake afterwards. Alright, the first thing you're going to want to do is adjust the disc brake caliper so that it doesn't rub on the hub where the rotor is farther out from the center. So this wheel set has center lock hubs, and I found that these center lock hubs tend to be spaced out a bit farther than the 6-bolt versions. So I've got the disc brake caliper adjusted. There's no rubbing. So now we're going to take this wheel off, put on the 6-bolt wheel, and adjust that. Alright, so I now have my gravel wheel installed. This has a 6-bolt hub, and I don't know if you can see in the video, but you can probably hear that it rubs. And you can see that the wheel doesn't want to spin. So the rotor is rubbing on the inside of the caliper. So that means that I need to just move this rotor out this way. And it's not rubbing by much, so the idea I came up with was to use these. These are Shimano locking washer things. They usually come on Shimano 6-bolt rotors. They're really thin, they're perfect size for a shim. So I'm going to take this rotor off, and then I will install this shim on the left side of the rotor between the hub and the rotor. So that should space the rotor out just a little bit this way, and then hopefully it won't rub on that caliper. Syntace makes a set of 6-bolt rotor shims for this very purpose, but they're like $12, and I have these. These are free, so I'm gonna try this and see if it works. Okay, so now these are going to go there against the hub, and then the rotor will go on top, and then the bolts will go in as normal, and we'll see if that spaces it out enough. Alright guys, this is the moment of truth. I haven't tried this yet, so we'll put this wheel on and see if they rub. Okay, well, they still rub. So that just means that I need to go a bit farther out. So I will take the bolts off, put on another set of spacers, and try it again. Alright guys, so I tried out 2 layers of the shims, and it still wasn't quite enough distance. So I actually dug through my bolt bin, and I found some 5mm washers, and I put those on the inside of the rotor on this side. And now we're going to test that out and see if that works. That worked. No rubbing. All right, guys. So basically, to summarize, these lock washers from Shimano, they do make good brake rotor shims. However, they really only work if you have a small adjustment that you need to make. If you need to make a large adjustment, which is what I had to do, you're probably better off using washers, even more so than the Syntace shim set. So these are very thin. They're probably, I don't know, 0.2 millimeters or something like that. The Syntace set comes with 8.2 millimeter shims also. So you do have more of a range of adjustment, but still, if you're making big moves if you're going to be making big adjustments of the rotor, I think washers are probably going to be the best option for you. So basically, this hack works. If you need to make small adjustments, it's great, it's perfect. If you need to make big adjustments, you need to use a washer. But the washers work for me, and now I have a road wheel set that'll work on my gravel bike. So I'm pretty excited about that. All right, guys, see you next time.